She is a RCA licensed psychologist. She has a wide experience of working as a psychologist, ABA therapist, child psychologist with experience in various neurodevelopmental disorders such as autism, ADHD, and learning disabilities. She conducts psychoeducational evaluation, a happiness coach, and a corporate trainer. She has utilized these skills to bring a positive change in children and in their families. She also has experience working in a clinical setup with special needs children. She believes that everyone is unique and special in their own way and have the ability to harness their own potential. I welcome you, ma'am. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Adiba. Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Requesting
Yes,
everyone
good
to
evening.
put on your videos because that's mandatory for the webinar.
Good
Otherwise,
evening,
we
ma'am.
will not begin. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good
Thank
evening,
Please put on your videos.
गुड इवनिंग मैम
Good evening.
मैम एक्चुअली मैं ड्यूटी से मतलब रास्ते में हूँ, अभी तक रूम नहीं पहुंची हूँ, बट आपका ये सेशन ऑनलाइन है.
Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Riya, this said actually I'm on the weekend batch too. This is for the weekday batch as well, or this is a normal class going on? Or this is a different batch?
Riya, you can talk to sir about it. Okay, you can just talk to him about it. Okay. So before we begin let's quickly take our introductions. You've already got to know about my introduction. So hi, I'm Sonali. I'm a psychologist and I have a wide experience with working with children, young adults, and a few adults as well. So that's it about me, and counseling is something that's very, very close to me. So that's why we are here for a webinar here today. So I would love to know about all of you. What do you do? And what's your name, of course, and what drives you here for this webinar today? Okay. So who wants to begin first? Please remember to raise your hand so that I can pick up names. Okay, Naz, would you want to go in first?
Hello, my name is Sana Naz. I kept the name Naz actually because not many people know me as that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So my name is Sana Naz and I just completed my MA in clinical psychology. I'm from Nagpur. And yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Of course.
All right. Next, who wants to come in? Vidhan sir.
Yeah, myself, Vidhan Shekhar. I'm basically a mechanical engineer with marketing MBA background. I'm working with Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited in mid-level, and basically I want to give back to society. And in that process of I've gone for a MA in psychology. Last year I completed. So I'm a keen learner basically. So wherever I get the opportunities, I want to join and to learn, and so that I can ultimately
All right.
do something for the society. Yeah.
Thank you. I can see Dr. C. Lalram. If you can just unmute and speak. Are you speaking?
Yes, sir, with pleasure.
Okay. Subhashri, you can speak up.
Hello, ma'am. I am actually a psychology student doing my bachelor's right now, and I got this link from my college group. So I thought, let's give it a try.
Okay.
Counseling.
Thank you.
Okay.
Ashwini.
Thank you.
Ashwini. Are you there? Okay. Roji. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your names wrong.
No
Please
worries.
forgive me for that.
No. I am Rochivi Isaac, originally from Kerala, settled in Baroda, Gujarat, working in Dubai. I done masters in counseling psychology and PG diploma in clinical psychology. I am working as a behavior therapist among the children with autism and also doing counseling in Dubai.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Kavita.
Myself, Kavita Deshmukh. Recently, I have studied dermatographics multiple intelligence test, and that is for career counseling. And I got interest in learning psychology and all these things. So I searched on Google and I got this Indian counseling services. I liked the curriculum and all these things. So I joined it.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you so much for joining in. Priyanka,
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
good evening. Put on your video.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. No, actually, I'm Priyanka Sen Midday. I'm from Kolkata. I'm now pursuing my MA from IGNOU, and I have completed one diploma course in guidance and counseling
Hmm.
from Health Kolkata.
Hmm.
I'm here by the link of a college, college
Okay.
link, and I found interest in this session. That is why I am here.
Okay, thank you so much. Sangi,
Hello everyone. My name is Sangi. Actually, my full name is Lalmangai Sangi, but you can call me Sangi. I live in Mizoram. I'm from Aizawl, Mizoram. I finished my bachelor's in psychology, and I am really interested in, studying this field. So that's why I'm here today. Thank you.
okay, thank you.
It's a bond.
Priyanka, are you saying something? Hi, Ridhi.
Hello, ma'am. I think you will recognize me.
Yes, I
I'm
did.
Riddhi Shankar. I'm from Mumbai. I've just finished my bachelor's in psychology. I did a course with ICS recently. I just thought maybe this would be some extra knowledge, so I joined this.
Okay, thank you for joining in. Okay, next. You guys didn't raise your hand. So there is one person as Zoom user. Please rename yourself and unmute and speak. What's your name? Let's ask you first.
Hello.
Yes.
Audible?
Priya?
Hello. Yeah.
Yes,
Good
speak up.
evening, all. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
My voice is clear, ma'am?
Yes, it's clear.
Yeah. So this is a Priya Karbhari. I am from Nagpur, and I did MA in clinical psychology, and just recently, yesterday, registered in ICS course. So thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much.
That's great. Thank you so much. Fatima?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Fatima. I'm from Kerala. Now I stay in Mangalore, and by profession, I'm a pharmacist and now preparing for OET exam. And I'm very much interested in psychology courses. That's why I follow your page in Instagram. That's why I got link.
Okay, thank you. Sneha?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Well, my name is Sneha. I'm from Maharashtra, and I did my master's in clinical psychology. And currently, I'm doing online internship, counseling psychology internship with Sonali ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Sneha, for joining in. Fatima? There is another Fatima. That's why.
Yes, ma'am.
Unmute and speak up.
Can you hear my voice?
Yes,
Hello.
now I can. Now I can.
Yes, my name is Fatima, and I heard about ICS on the Instagram, and I used to follow it. So I plan to apply in the courses. So I have just joined to know more about this organization.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, ma'am. I am Ansat. I am from Kerala.
You are?
Hello.
Yeah, you are?
I am from Kerala.
What's your name? I'll just rename you also. That's why I'm asking you again.
I am Ansat.
ANSED.
ANSATH.
SATH. Okay, answer.
Answer.
Hmm.
Okay, I am completed my post-graduation in psychology recently, and I am very interested in psychology. That was the reason I chose to pursue higher studies in psychology. So I want to more and more information for career development. So I get this link from LinkedIn, and I also interested to learn more and more things. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Pratibha, I think you spoke or...
Am I audible?
Yes.
Myself, Pratibha, I belong from Uttarakhand. And I
Please
did
put
my...
on your video.
Ma'am, it's not possible from where I'm traveling.
Okay, okay, speak up.
Okay, I did my MA in psychology, and recently I pursuing in a PG diploma course, postgraduate diploma in guidance and counseling. I know more about Indian counseling services. That's why I've joined and this.
Okay, thank you. Yamang.
Hi, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Yeah, I am Yamang from Arunachal. I have done a master's in social work. So I have found this link from Instagram, and I'm very much interested in psychology. So I'm here.
Okay, thank you. Samindra.
एक मिनट. Hello.
Yes.
I'm audible.
Yes.
I am Samindra Shinde from Maharashtra. Actually, my background is pharma sector, but I studied in BA psychology. I completed BA psychology. I got this link in Instagram. So
Okay.
interested with this lectures.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Pragyan. Pragyan, please unmute and speak up. Pooja.
Hello, ma'am. Sorry, I have some problems with my internet today, so I can't switch on my video. So hello, everyone. I'm Pooja. I am actually working in a corporate company, but I've been interested in psychology and the counseling part. So I joined the certification course for the weekend. So through the app, I got to know about this. So I joined to get more information.
Okay. Vidhan. For all those who have not spoken, please raise your hand so that it becomes easier.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
I am Pragyan Paramita. Actually, I am working as a school counselor in DAB Public School, Bhubaneswar. And I have done my master's in clinical and counseling psychology. As well, I have done my diploma course in guidance and counseling from RI Bhubaneswar. I am much more interested for counseling. That's why I am in the meeting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Madhuri.
Good evening, ma'am. Good
Good
evening,
evening.
everyone. Myself, Madhuri Bora. I am from Northeast Assam, and I have completed my master's in clinical psychology from Sikkim Central University. Now I am a addiction counselor. I have joined these sessions because of I can accumulate more knowledge. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
Okay,
everyone.
thank you. Ishwaran.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, I am Iswaran from Tamil Nadu, doing work in academic Polytechnic College lecturer. Basically, I have completed my master degree in counseling and psychotherapy. I joined in ICS for advanced NLP.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sakshi.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Sakshi. I'm doing my bachelor's from BU in Applied Psychology. I'm here for experience in new field of psychology. So that's all.
Okay, thank you. Nitin?
Hello, I'm audible, ma'am.
Yes.
My name is Nitin Gupta. I am from Jaipur. I have done my BTech in electrical engineering, and just I am preparing for government job.
Okay. Juliet?
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
And it's still afternoon here in Cameroon, which is in developmental psychology. And I took my course with Indian Counseling Services as a psychotherapist. So thank you for this opportunity. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you for joining in.
Thank you.
Urvashi?
Hello, ma'am. Actually, I'm not able to give the introduction, but I'm a academic counselor in Indian Counseling Services, and I'm going to my home and I'm on the way, so I can't give the introduction more about this.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Bakula?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Actually, ma'am, I have just completed child psychology course with you.
Yes.
And just to listen you again, I have joined.
Thank you so much for joining in.
Yeah.
Nitin Gupta, I think you spoke. Or no, I don't. I can't recall.
Ma'am, complete.
Okay. And Ashwin? Hemant? Sweta? Please unmute and speak. Bhargavi? Good evening. Your voice is cracking a bit. Hemant, your voice is cracking a bit. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Just check your network and get back. Okay, who all is left for introduction? Come on, please help me with this. Yes, Deepika?
Hi, this is Deepika. I am basically from Delhi and I'm based here in Malaysia from last 10 years. I have joined ICS course for counseling basically. I wanted to be a therapist before and I couldn't get a chance. So I got this platform through one of my cousins who introduced me. So I just joined to learn more and pursue more in this field.
Okay, thank you, Deepika. Bhargavi? Speak up.
Good evening to everyone. My name is Bhargavi. I was completed my MSc Nursing in Psychiatry and also I completed a PG Diploma in Guidance and Counseling. So I was joined for this internship program is for practical purpose. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Bhargavi, for joining here. Solomon? Sweta? There is one person with T. Please just check and speak up.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Good
Hi,
evening,
good
ma'am.
evening. I'm
Yeah.
sorry if I pronounced your name in a wrong manner. Don't mind.
It's all right. Yeah. I just joined it. Yeah, I think you are asking me to
So we
introduce.
are asking your introduction.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. My name is Solomon Raisin. I'm basically from Manipur. Currently, I'm staying in Assam and working in the school as a school counselor.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thanks
Anybody
so
else who's left? Please unmute and speak. Hemant sir, still can't hear you. Probably you just type it out. Just type that out because still can't hear you clearly. All right. So rest everybody is done. Great. So today we're going to discuss some things about counseling. Since you all are here for this, and I'm also very excited to learn from all of you. So usually my sessions and usually my webinars are not a one-way conversation. For all those who have already been a part of it, they already know that you speak more and I speak less. And I'm just kidding, but yeah, so it should not be a one-way process. And I love to learn from all of you. And I strongly believe that we all can learn from each other. So these kinds of webinars and all of these we create, and we give you opportunity to speak up, to interact, and of course, learn from these. All right. So today we're going to discuss a few things about the importance of counseling psychology. Why is counseling psychology important? And what is, so starting from base level, what do you understand by counseling? Anyone? I think most of you are from a similar background and some of you are from non-psychology background also. So we'll be taking it from base level. So what do you understand by counseling? What's your perception or what's your notion about counseling? What is it? You can unmute and speak up.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am.
Yes.
Can you repeat the question, please?
My question is, what do you understand by counseling?
Ma'am, to clarify everything, like any issue, any depression, to clarify everything.
Okay, any issue, any depression? Yes, Subhashri, just unmute and speak.
For me, counseling is about stabilizing a person's emotions. Because if we make if we be emotionally stable, then we will be able to look at things more clearly and make a conscious decision.
Okay, Naz?
For me, counseling is, it means like to understand one's emotions, one's feeling, to help them understand their emotions and feelings, and to help them manage as of how to uh, uh, how to uh, how to control your emotions and how to accept even the bad part of yourself.
Okay, all right. Sangeet?
Yes, ma'am. For me, counseling is providing guidance, professional guidance and assistance in to resolve personal or psychological problems.
Okay, all right. Priyanka?
Yes, ma'am.
You raised your hand again.
For me, yes, ma'am. For me, counseling is the process by which we can understand one person, and by understanding them, we can try to heal them, not only physically but also mentally, to give them a beautiful life.
Okay, Pratibha?
Yes, ma'am. Counseling, we can say it is a kind of talk therapy from where we are in a professional way we are solving the problems of our clients.
Okay, all right. So we'll discuss today the meaning and concept of counseling, the need for counseling, the requirements to becoming a counseling psychologist. What do counseling psychologists do? So coming to counseling. So counseling is a professional relationship that empowers diverse individuals, families, groups to accomplish mental health, wellness goals, educational goals, as well as career goals. So counselors work with clients on strategies to overcome obstacles, personal challenges, day-to-day challenges that they are facing. Counseling is a very safe and a confidential collaboration between qualified counselors and clients to promote mental health and well-being, enhance self-understanding, and resolve identified concerns. Clients are active participants in counseling process at every stage. Counseling can provide you with the opportunity to reassess or set new goals in your life and help you gain clarity and direction. So counseling can be used to address problems, issues with your relationships, or provide mediation between you and your partner. Counseling can help by allowing a very safe and private space for you to talk about issues and problems that you are having. These problems that you may find difficult to talk to other people or maybe your friends also at times, and you feel that this is something that is very private. It may feel unsafe, uncomfortable to talk to your normal support network, friends, loved ones. So this is where counseling is required and is very, very helpful. So let's come and look at, okay, I've seen a few more hand raised. Do you want to add in something?
Almost
Yes.
covered you. Almost you covered.
Almost covered? Yeah, you can speak up your point. That's fine.
Yeah, for me, counseling is just helping the people to help themselves.
Okay, right. Pragyan?
Counseling is a helping process. Through the process, a positive and professional relationship can establish with the counselor and the client as well.
Okay. Priyanka, your hand is raised. Okay. Done? Anybody else who wants to speak up? We have some new people also joined in. Do you want to speak up? All right. So let's look at some myths and facts for counseling. People will assume there is something wrong with you if you seek counseling. Is it true? Is it true?
No.
Is it a myth or a fact? It's written there right in front of you, but still just think from your perspective. Is it a myth or a fact?
It's a fact.
It's a fact?
It's a fact. Yes.
Okay, how many of you believe it's a fact?
I do. I'm one.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Two.
Okay. Anybody else who believes that it's a fact?
No, ma'am, it's not.
It depends on our perception of what is wrong.
That's what
If
I'm
we believe that
asking you. Yes, that's what I want to know. See, according to me, it's a myth. But I want to know, do you still feel that it's a fact?
No, no.
I think wrong means emotional disturbance, and in that sense, yeah, people tend to get disturbed in some points of life. But it's okay to be in that way.
Yes.
So even if it's a fact, it's not a problem.
So it takes courage to call a counselor. It's not an easy process. Think from the client's perspective as well. Counselors help people work through many life circumstances and they welcome all clients. Counselors hold a non-judgmental space in which clients are encouraged to be open, very honest about the situation so that the counselors can gain full understanding of what they are going through and how best they can support their clients. So you guys, if you want to become a counselor, you really have to think from that perspective of the client as well. How best you can help your client. If you feel that you are not very equipped or you have not handled this kind of case before and you feel that okay, this might be beyond my boundaries, always refer to someone so that you are not doing wrong to your client. Your client should be your priority whenever you are working. Okay, so the client's needs, client's requirements be your priority. Requesting everyone to mute themselves so that we do not hear any kind of disturbances. Thank you so much. Next, men aren't in touch with their feelings and will not benefit from counseling. How many of men feel here this is true?
Not true.
Not true? Is it a myth? Or is it a fact? Others, how many of women feel that it's a myth or a fact?
It's a myth, ma'am. It's a myth only, ma'am.
It's kind of like how to say, it's kind of
Okay, one for Juliet, you speak after Kavita. Kavita was speaking. I can't hear both of you together.
ma'am, this is Naz.
Yes, Kavita, you can speak first.
It is myth, ma'am, because
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, Priyanka, you were speaking also along with Juliet, so I could see three of them together. All right. Okay, Juliet, now speak up.
I was saying that it's a fact. I was saying it's a fact because my experience over the past 7 years that I've been working on the field, I've observed this to be true. Most men, they have issues, they have concerns, but they don't have the courage to seek for help like I've observed women do. So it's a fact based on my experience.
Okay. Pragyan, you want to speak something here? Okay, your hands are raised. Check your hands, guys, before Riddhi.
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to say I feel it's partly true, partly a myth and partly a fact. I think to certain extent, men aren't in touch with their feelings because of the pressures of the society that men don't cry and they don't, react or something like that. But about them not benefiting from counseling is definitely a myth.
Okay, Naz?
Well, I think it's kind of a byproduct of patriarchy. Like we expect men to do each and everything. We expect, and right now we are expecting them from for gender equality between men and women as well. But we are forgetting one thing, like as if we are asking a woman if they are feeling safe or not, why can't we ask men the same thing, right? So kind of like a byproduct of patriarchy as per me. Like also they are मतलब उनकी परवरिश भी उसी टाइप की हुई है बचपन से. Like whenever a child will cry, even if he falls down and cries, तो उनकी मम्मा बोलती है बेटा लड़के नहीं रोते, लड़के तो बहुत strong होते हैं. So that's the thing, that mentality is being fed to them from a very young age. So that's the reason that men are actually out of touch of their emotions.
Okay, so both men and women can benefit from counseling. So it's not like one specific gender is going to benefit. So while it is true that women seek counseling more often than men, right? You all have given me some reasons for that. The amount of men seeking services has now increased over the last 10 years. So there are changes that are happening these days. And of course, I think a few more years, then, things will be slightly much more be seen from a broader perspective. I agree that it has not reached to a very open level yet, but yes, I believe that it's happening. The changes are happening. So coming to seeking counseling is a sign of weakness. How many of you feel that it's a myth?
It's a myth, ma'am.
It's a myth?
It's
a myth.
Don't you think it's a fact?
Ma'am, actually counseling
In a
can take
society, don't you think that it's a fact? What do you all think?
Seeking counseling is a sign of weakness is not a fact, ma'am. Why? Because so when we are in confusion and when we are in grief also, we can need some counseling. It's not a weakness. It's one of the seeking for help like that, ma'am.
Okay, good to know. Roji ji, do you want to speak up here? Your hand is still raised or it's from before?
I was just listening.
Okay.
Throughout the process, we can get help from the counselor. So why it will be?
Sorry, Pragya ma'am, you were not clear to me. Can you just repeat what you said? I can't hear you if you're speaking. You're on mute.
Ma'am,
Yes.
yeah, it can be also both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yes.
Bashri, all right, right.
I think we have again messed up the meaning of weakness. We consider every vulnerability to be a weakness. We are like, if you are strong, you will stay motivated throughout life and there will be no downfall, which is, of course, not true. We go through a lot of failures to reach success.
Yes.
So it's,
right.
of course, a myth.
So seeking counseling is definitely a way of proactively managing your problems. If you have problems or if you have challenges in your life that impair your ability to function in your day-to-day life, so as a counselor, you can always encourage your clients to seek help, which you can help them deal with their difficult times. And in addition, some people seek counseling services to improve to improve their already great lives. Counseling can help people develop skills that will help them excel in specific areas such as sports, business, leadership, so all of these. So counselors will try to put you on medication. Is it a myth or a fact?
It's a myth because psychiatrists manage all that medication stuff, and I think counselors just handle the talk therapy and stuff.
Okay. How about others? What do you think?
It's a myth, ma'am.
It's a myth.
Yes, ma'am. Only
All of
psychiatrists
you
can
agree?
prescribe the medications.
All
Yes,
of you
ma'am, it's a
agree
myth.
with me? There is no doubt in this?
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so licensed counselors who hold master's or doctorate degrees in mental health cannot provide any kind of medication. Okay, remember that. Only counselors work with psychiatrists who are medical doctors when creating collaborative treatment plans for clients who do take medications. Psychiatrists prescribe medicines to address the biological aspects of managing mental health, and counselors work with clients to assess and to address to those psychological aspects of mental health functioning. Coming to the next, mental health issues are not real problems and counselors are not reputable doctors. Yes.
It's a myth. It's a myth.
It's a myth. It's a myth, ma'am.
It's a myth, ma'am.
Agreed? Everyone agrees to it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so yes, mental health counselors hold advanced graduate degrees and study for years under the supervision. They work under supervision. They, after graduation, they have to complete a particular number of hours. Like they have to get license. Like in India, we need RCI license for practicing as a psychologist, especially for assessments and all of that. And here also, post your masters, you need couple of diplomas just to enhance your education and do a specialization. Mental health issues are real problems. Only 1 in 5 suffers from mental health problems, and 1 in 10 minors have experienced depression these days. So counselors can address to these problems and help clients find relief from issues that are weighing them down. Next is counseling is a quick fix for all your problems. What do you guys think? Is it? If I do counseling right now, will I be able to fix all your problems?
No, ma'am.
No,
No,
ma'am.
no, no, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
So yes, it's a process. So counseling is a process. It does not comes with a quick fix thing. Strengthening your brain through counseling is like strengthening your body through exercise. It takes time, practice, patience, and persistence. Each person who enters into counseling is unique individual. So there is no universal formula to determine how long it will be before a client feels better. Making a commitment to yourself to enter counseling is a way to learn about yourself and your worldviews. So you can always learn the decision-making process and improve your mental health by engaging in seeking counseling mainly. So if you go to counseling, everyone will know and judge you negatively. Have you heard about this?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a very, very common statement.
Yes, ma'am.
That you will be judged. Oh, you went for counseling? Oh my God. I think
people were
she's
telling me that
mad.
nobody will be courageous enough to come to me to talk about their issues.
Juliet can't hear you clearly if you were speaking.
I was saying that you're absolutely right, because most often when I just started out here, I always use my experience here in Cameroon to answer the questions. Many people were like, nah, even if I have any issues, I better drink it off and get drunk and you pass away. But I tell them, even if you get drunk at the moment, tomorrow, when the alcohol clears off, you'll still be facing you. And so we're like, nobody will have the courage to come and sit there to express their problems to you. But over the years, the narratives have changed. So you're right, absolutely right. Yes.
So when do I need a counselor? So how will you help your clients know? Or, how will you create that awareness to your friends, to your family? So I'm talking about very basic few things. When you spend 5 out of 7 days feeling very unhappy and disturbed, regularly cannot sleep at night, are taking care of a parent or a child, and may want to discuss how you feel, have lost someone very close to you, or something such as a job or anything, have a chronic or acute medical illness that also really drains you down, can no longer prioritize what is the most important in your life. So feel when that you can no longer manage your stress alone, and you feel that, you feel like giving up. Okay, so these are some of the red flags that I would say that are there for you to seek counseling. Why I am telling you here as a professional? Yes, because you are there and you can reach out to your family, to your friends, to your near and dear ones, and spread this word so that we are able to reach to a good number of about mental health awareness. Why is it important and how we can identify? So these are some very, very common examples where a person deals with in their day-to-day lives. So there are different types of counselings. One is relationship and marriage. This is a scope wherein you can go if you want to. Vocational and career. This field is like helping children with their streaming, guiding them, doing aptitude tests, doing interest tests, and see what is their aptitude, what is their interest. Does it suits their personality or not? Okay, I can see 2 hands raised. You want to add up something here? Ansat and Roji.
It done previously.
Okay. Ansat, do you want to speak? All right. So there is family therapy. So what is family therapy? Anyone knows? Is it the entire family popping in with their various concerns, or is it just one concern that the entire family is helping in?
Yes, family therapy is counseling sessions for husband and wife, and parenting also covering that.
Okay.
From the person who is closely attached with the client from the family.
Yes. Okay. So family counseling is family therapy. Family counseling is something which does not only involve one individual, it involves the entire family, but it's not necessary that the entire family should come in for all the sessions. But yes, there are different goals that are assigned for the entire family, and everyone is a part of that counseling process. There are some rules that they have to follow while being in the process. So this is a good way to eradicate a lot of family concerns. So if you guys are interested in going into that kind of a field, then you definitely can go in. Coming to trauma. So trauma, what is trauma?
It's a injury to our feelings, mental health injuries. Means, for example, like sexual abuses or rapes or something, maybe loss of loved ones. All these comes to trauma, madam, which can be remembered every time.
Yes. So this is a very, difficult field to work in, but yet a very beautiful one if you are interested in to go in this kind of counseling, then you can. Drug and alcohol use also another similar kind of thing, but yet there are a lot of de-addiction centers who are doing great, there. I think some of you are from that background. Would you want to give us a brief about what happens in drug and alcohol de-addiction centers? Anyone? No?
Question again, please.
Question is, what happens in de-addiction centers? Any idea? I think
Yes, they can. Yeah. The counselors in the de-addiction center, they can help the people, those who have the withdrawal symptoms when they not using the drugs and alcohol. So
yes.
that way also they can help them.
Yes. So they can provide intervention regarding the reducing aspects. Rehabilitation. So rehabilitation is a very broad field which has a lot of divisions, which is a bit overlapping, but rehabilitation, as the word suggests, it comes from a very basic level understanding to rehabilitate. That means to bring about a change in an individual. So what is your starting goal and how you are manipulating it into different small little goals and then bringing about a change. So it could be any kind of rehabilitation. Working with children with autism also is a form of doing an ABA therapy is also a form of rehabilitation, right? Helping or counseling a person who has gone through an injury is also rehabilitation. You are rehabilitating an individual. It's a very broad term that covers a lot of other aspects. So it's a very good field if you are interested in going in there. Grief and loss therapy and counseling became very popular during COVID time. It has picked up a lot, and this was something that was very much required for our field because it was not much acknowledged before. Yeah, and it's something that you have a lot of difficulties dealing with that. So this is also another field that if you are interested, you could go in. Treating people with depression, anxiety, sex therapy. So these are all the kinds of cases that you might get in for basic level counseling. So what do counseling psychologists do? This is a very common question that people ask, that in reality, what do they do? So counseling psychologists can work in different settings, including they can have their own private practice, they can work in healthcare organizations, they can work in colleges, universities, and large corporates as well. So your work depends on how your specialized area is, what is your area of interest, what kind of clientele do you prefer? Do you prefer college students, working professionals, young children, couples, families, stress management, career counseling? So all these are the aspects. So you have to think, introspect, what do I want to do now? So depending on the kind of organization setting, you may work with organization administrators and leadership, or you may practice independently or as part of a group practice. You can have your own clinic, you can practice independently, you can work under somebody, you can get associated as a consultant with different organizations, hospital setting, and all of that as a counseling psychologist. So what your work would be involved? Helping clients understand the nature of issue causing them distress, helping them develop insight into their situation, guiding them to find ways to address problems in a healthy and a productive manner, tracking progress towards goals, and helping clients develop additional coping skills for future occurrence of similar problems. At times, you may need to refer your clients, as I told you in the beginning, to additional or alternative sources of assistance, such as a psychiatrist or a clinical psychologist for other needs of help. Coming to psychologists and counseling psychologists. So this is also one question that, a lot of people ask. So what is a psychologist? So psychologist is a person who specializes in a clinical psychology. If they have done in clinical, and might evaluate to identify, to treat various psychological disorders. They would also do through interviews, diagnostic assessments, through observations, such as administering a wide range of tests, psychoeducational assessments, IQ, personality, neurological tests. In some situation, a clinical psychologist might render those services to their own clients with whom they pursue treatment. They might provide their feedback to another psychologist that's treating the individual. So psychologists do work in a team of counselors, social workers, special educators, remedial teachers, occupational therapists, speech and language therapists. So so it's a multidisciplinary team that works together. Okay, so this is what the psychologists do. Coming to what does a counseling psychologist do? We have already done a lot what a counseling psychologist do. So now I would love to know from you, what does a counseling psychologist do? I have already told you my part. Let's see how many of you have got. What does counseling psychologist do? Riddhi?
Yes, ma'am.
What does counseling psychologist do?
I think.
Yes.
Okay, speak up.
Counseling psychologists doing their intervention part on the basis of the feedback from the psychologist or counseling clinical psychologist.
Okay, Sneha?
They doing the implementing part.
Okay. Sneha?
Well, I know what is counseling psychologists do, but I cannot explain properly.
Okay, no worries. Fatima?
Psychologist can assess the some mental ill disorders also, ma'am. But
psychologists can, but counseling psychologist?
Counseling psychologist can give the just to help the client to come away from the problems. Maybe he cannot able to assess the severity of a mental illness.
Yes. Good. Priya? I'm not going to leave anyone. Everybody has to speak up.
Counseling psychologist also helps in school setup for assessing any kind of adolescent issue, any kind of peer pressure.
Yes, so they assess in screening process. Okay.
Yes.
So they assess in the screening process, and psychologists conduct proper assessment. So that's the major difference that I was looking forward to hearing it from you. Okay. And of course, counseling psychologist does a lot of counseling, does one-to-one counseling as well, and helps the client deal with the issues. So what are some qualities of an effective counselor? They have to be energetic. They have to be, this is not given here, energetic. Why am I saying they have to be energetic? Why is the energy required?
If the counselor is not energetic, then no one get interested in getting counseling from.
Absolutely right. Because then the sessions will be so boring and people will run away. And I'm sure none of you want to, right? You're all aspiring to be counselors, or you already are working in this field. So you really have to have that kind of energy to give it to your client, and you have to be energetic, enthusiastic about the sessions. Okay. I don't want you to be over enthusiastic, but yes, there should be some enthusiasm so your clients look forward to your session. Empathetic. That's a typical quality that is required. You do not have to be sympathetic, but you have to be empathetic. Warm, honest. Be honest with your client. If you think that they cannot solve a problem overnight, tell it to them in a very polished manner. Listening, active listening is something that's required. Unbiased view, unhurried. If they come to you, give them their proper time. Do not send them in 10 minutes, 15 minutes and just, wrap up the session. That won't be a good idea to do that. Yeah. Respectful. Be respectful to your client. Be confidential and do not follow the rules and do not break the confidentiality. Be very attentive. Be open-minded. Be understandable. Be authoritative. Yet listen to the client, have an authority over the session, but yes, be an active listener. Understand the client, okay? You should not be overpowering the sessions, guide the client through the sessions. So once you do the other course, you will get to know that, okay, how do we actually go through this process? So what is a job role of counseling psychologist? Helping clients understand the nature of issue that cause them distress, helping them develop insights, guiding them find ways to address problems in a healthy and a productive manner, tracking progress towards their goals, helping clients develop additional coping skills for future occurrence of similar problems. At times, you may need to refer. So it's very similar to the one that we already did, but this is what it is. Coming to the qualifications of a counseling psychologist. So a counseling psychologist can be anyone who does their bachelor's in counseling psychology and do their master's in counseling psychology. Yes. And also do a few number of supervised hours, which are not mandatory though, but it's always a good idea before starting in your practice. It's always good to keep upgrading your skills. So enroll in for short-term courses to know more, to understand the field of psychology. You will gain a lot of practical knowledge by learning in small areas. So there are a lot of short-term courses that are available. You could enroll in for. The basic requirement is still master's level. If you do a PhD, it's always an additional and gives you a better edge, of course. RCI license, a lot of doubts are there regarding RCI license. So RCI license is only required if you want to get into assessment process. Okay. These days, even some schools are also asking for that. So if you're into special education, and then also you require an RCI license to practice as a special educator. We have different courses for counseling, clinical and child psychology and other psychotherapy, neurolinguistic programming and all of that as well. But you can enroll in for those kinds of courses to upgrade your skills. All right. So this is what I had to cover mostly. And any questions that you guys might have, we can take up. Yes, Deepika?
So I just wanted to ask, if someone has not done their graduation or post-graduation in counseling psychology and the person is still interested to pursue a course or practice as a counselor, then is it possible, or is it like mandatory to have a graduation or post-graduation?
See, it's always a good idea to, do basic skills, short-term courses and learn. And if you've done it in something else, then, if I'm sure you would have done your graduation and master's in some other field.
Yes.
Yes. So this is why you're asking. So it's always a good idea to do maybe your master's somehow, maybe through distant learning, and do a short-term course along with that to gain a better insight and then start practicing, or get supervision under somebody and then start practicing, because otherwise you will not be able to do too much justice to as compared to the person who has already done their graduation, master's, then worked in the similar field. All right.
Understand.
So
thank you.
Yes. Okay. Pragyanam?
Ma'am, can you give some information for RCA license? How to get, or what are short-term courses for RCA license?
So RCI license, you can check that on the RCI website, because there are a lot of changes that are happening these days. So there are few courses that are there, that is there in their website only. You can check that out. that you can do if they are RCI approved courses, then only, you get the license. These days they are becoming a bit strict. There were few diplomas that were there, like I think postgraduate diploma in rehabilitation psychology, but these days it's getting I'm not very sure about if they are still giving that license or not. Also, you can check in with ICS admission counselors. They can help you with further assistance for that.
Ma'am,
They have the
actually, this is specified for clinical psychology or counseling psychology.
RCI is
For
mostly if you
license?
want to see,
Yes.
it depends on organization to organization. A lot of them do ask for counseling also, a lot of them do ask for clinical also. Okay, technically it's mandatory for clinical if you want to, like, I practice in a clinical setup, but yes, my specialization is mostly in counseling. Yeah, but I did my RCI license because I conduct a lot of psychoeducational assessment. I do a lot of therapy also. So I do a wide variety of things. So I needed my license for that. I do my own private practice. I take sessions also, one-to-one sessions as well. So that's why I required that. But yes, if you just want to practice as a counseling psychologist, I don't think you should require a RCI license. If you want to work in a school as a special educator, they require a B.Ed and a RCI licensed, psychologist these days. That's what the requirement has been coming in. So B.Ed also you get RCI license, but only I think if you do in special education.
Special education.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Madam,
Okay.
how can we get the RCI license, ma'am? Should we apply for this any?
So you
with
have
the
to do
professional?
just what I said. You have to do RCI course first, then only you can get. You can check on their website. It's very, very clearly listed that, okay, these are the courses that we can use as a part of RCI for obtaining the RCI license. So check if they're actually authorized or not, and do not go in for any course just like that because they are claiming for that. Because there is a lot of scam that goes around. That's why I'm specifically telling you, check for approved courses. That should be there on the RCI website, then only enroll in for the course. And if you still want, ICS can help you for any more information. Okay, they do help and guide in this regard. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving us the insight on counseling psychology, and you have given your precious time. And thank you, everyone, to be there till the last. And I appreciate it, everyone's energy in the session. I can feel that. And we do also provide some certification program, so you can join those also, and you can learn the practical side. And you can visit our website. You can contact us. And in order to get the certificate, if anyone needs a certificate, I am sharing the link so they can fill the link, and within 24 hours, they can get the certificate also if they require. So I'm just sending the link. Just give me a second. So I have sent it on the chat box. You can find the link, and you can contact us also for any further query. I'm putting the number also. So you can note down this number, and then we can go further if you have any query related to that, how to get the RCI license, how to get some more exposure in this field. So we are having a team of experts. They will help you out. And Sonali ma'am is also there for our counseling program, for clinical program and child psychology program as well. And she's doing very good. I think many students are there with us.
Yes,
So
they've
thank you.
joined in
Thank you.
for today's webinar also. That's a very good thing. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
ma'am.
Take care.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.